Hi, my name is Yana Torres, and welcome to the first episode of the True Music Podcast with my co host.
Roxana Torres.
The prompt for the day is has the internet ruined music? So Roxana, do you agree with the statement?
I would say that I disagree with the statement.
Oh really? I agree with the statement actually. Why do you disagree?
I think that the reason why I disagree is because the internet has given artists a big platform where they can, um, upload and stream their music without having to be a part of any record label or anything, and they're just able to showcase their songs and through like SoundCloud or YouTube, and that's a big stage that they can show their music, and that's a positive way that the internet has impacted the music industry in that way.
I actually disagree with you with that. I feel like giving artists the liberty of uploading whatever they feel like has oversaturated the industry. We see this with 26 prime example is 2016 SoundCloud rapper. That's even a stigma out right now that it was just a bunch of mumble rappers or a bunch of people that were just saying nonsense. An example of this is Little Pump when he first came out. He was a SoundCloud rapper. He produced if we're being honest, a lot of his music wasn't really good. And one of the examples of was Gucci Gang. He released a song called Gucci Gang. It was just him literally repeating Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang. My bitch love do cocaine. That's a horrible line. That's me personally. I think that was. It's not a good song. Yes, it does have cultural impact because it produced the 2016 SoundCloud rappers. Their
I,
music wasn't good, and I think that was bad on the music industry.
I understand where you're coming from, but I still think that music is can be there's different people that like different tastes of music. And either way, even if it's bad music or good music, they're still able to put those things out online, and whoever likes it, and whoever doesn't. You know, they just don't. It gives people the freedom and the access to be creative and to showcase those things in the internet. And I understand where you're coming from though, but I still think it.
I get it. It gives people the ability to be able to express themselves freely, but generally, I think a lot of that they shouldn't be expressing themselves. If like I keep going back to this 2016 SoundCloud rapper because it's the perfect example that you oversaturate music. You produce a lot of music that has no meaning, no soul, no nothing to it. When music was originally that, people produced music or made music with a message, with something intentful with it, something meaningful. Meaningful. That's why we have blues, soul as an example. That's music produced with intention. Rap as well. Rap originated as a method for people to express themselves, how they're feeling, and the injustices that were happening in their communities, and by just bastardizing rap with like the 2016 rappers, I just think the internet has ruined that music in that way.
Okay, I can see the 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 other side in the conversation.
Another way the internet has ruined the music industry is by being algorithm driven. Streaming services like Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music use algorithms to recommend music based on your preferences. Yes, it's good because it helps you discover more of the music you like, but it usually promotes only mainstream artists. So, like, let's say if you like, I'm gonna go back to rap because I like rap a lot. If you like rap, it only promote you the up and like the artists that are really popular right now, like Big X, The Plug, Lil Baby, or like Young Thug, and it doesn't really help a lot for small independent artists or like niche artists to come out and try to get noticed because they're just being overshadowed by all those popular artists, and it doesn't give them an opportunity to shine or show how good they are.
So basically, the internet has been able to open up the way people listen to music. You know, like they're not limited to by what the radio is playing or what the station is going to play, but rather you have the ability to pick and choose, and that causes an algorithm that will bring new artists and new music based on those picks and music you hear. So it's not a limited format how it used to be, when it was just radio music. You just heard whatever was being played, but now you have the ability to conform and change that based on your listening times.
I agree, but like I said, I feel like with the algorithms, they just pump out, rappers that or like musicians that are popular right now. It doesn't give you the ability to be able to find up and coming artists and stuff. And I feel like it makes it so that it only pushes people who are already popular, which basically makes it so that the rich are just getting richer, or in this case, the famous are just getting more famous, while other good underground artists are struggling to come up with their fame and all that. But what's another reason you don't agree with the statement?
Another reason why I don't agree with the statement would be like the fan interaction and engagement we have through the internet. Social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok allows artists and fans to interact with each other and to show support and foster a community with their music. Like a big example that I could just remember right now is Lil Nas X, when he gained a massive traction through the viral TikTok videos that helped with his song. Old Town Road, which became a global hit. So that's like the positive side that you can see the internet has done with the music, is that it brings fans together and are able to interact with the artist through that.
I could see how that works, but I generally think that can be sometimes a distraction from the music for the artist. And instead of them focusing on the music, they focus on being the influencer, the side of being an influencer. Example, Lil Nas X, his music, he hasn't posted a song in a couple years. He's not more seen as an influencer than an artist, I would say, due to his fan following. And like you said, his TikTok videos that gained him traction for all that music that he released. And sometimes I feel like artists focus on that more, which lowers their quality of music. I do agree, though, that it does help with the fans being able to come together. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it's just another distraction towards the artist, that it makes them feel like, oh, I also have to be an influencer while also being a musician and an artist. And at times, it takes away from one or the other. And sometimes a lot of artists depend on interactions with the fans rather than making it so that their music is the reason why a lot of the fans follow them. Not just to see their Instagram stories and all that. But yeah, that's what I think it hasn't helped with.
Yeah, I can see that side of it too, but I think it has more of a positive impact. Like, another big fan group that I think we can say that the internet has helped a lot when it comes to music would be like K-pop. Their music is from the other side of the world, but because of the internet and because having that access to social media, they have created a big fan base here in America that's really strong, and a lot of the communication interaction happens on Twitter and Instagram and social media platforms that give them the ability and the the direct line to talk to each other and to talk to the artists and to see their movements and their songs and all of that. So it does bring a positive side to things.
I understand. Now, what's another reason you disagree, really?
I would say another way the internet has positively impact music would be music education and learning opportunities. One of the apps that have really helped would be YouTube. It has become a powerful tool for learning music. Also, it's been a resource to help aspiring musicians and people that listen to, music deepen their understanding of music theory, production, and performance. So the internet has made music education more accessible, and there has been many resources that are even free and even low at cost, which has led a lot of people to be self-taught, whether it is musicians or producers, and it's allowing more people to learn and create and contribute to the music industry and to the music world.
I agree that's one thing I agree with you, that has positively affected the music industry with the internet, is that It allows people to learn about music, helps them learn about music theory and get a deeper understanding of how music works and what it is. YouTube, like you said, is a great resource for people to learn how to produce music, how to write music, how to produce raps, and also how to learn instruments. And I think it gives people an opportunity to learn more. But to switch topics, how do you feel about virtual concerts?
I honestly think it's a good thing, and the internet has helped artists do that, especially during the time of COVID, when we were all home and everything. A lot of artists were able to go on live and stream, like sing songs, bring other artists to join their live, and be together and create a community where their fans can come in and have millions of viewers interact and have an experience without having to go to a place or pay a certain price. It just opened a new way that artists could have those interactions and concerts with their fans without having to be meeting them in person.
I disagree with you on that. I feel like virtual concerts essentially get rid of what an actual concert is. Concerts, live music. The whole point of you going to a concert is to experience the artist live, and I feel like virtual concerts are kind of dumb in a way. It's like it's an oxymoron because it's a virtual concert. A concert is actually meant for you to go in person, be around fans, and experience the live music that the artist has sung. And I feel like also that the virtual concerts were essentially a money grab to try to influx more money to the producers or to whoever was streaming the concert. That brings me back to Kanye. Kanye had I think it was a concert or a live listening of his new Vultures album or Donda, one of the two, but you had to pay to go on to the virtual streaming to see what he was to see the concert essentially. And I feel like that's just a money grab, and it's like I said, it gets rid of essentially what a concert is. You and a bunch of fans going to see the person live and listening to their live music.
I understand where you're coming from that. After COVID-19, I can understand where virtual concerts may not be as, like, we don't need to do those things. But I think it also has given people and artists the knowledge and the understanding that it is possible to still have those concerts and things without having people to come meet together. If there's ever another pandemic or something that could be stopping people from going to a concert, they're able to have it in other ways. Not having to just actually be there in person, but seeing it through online.
Okay.
Another thing, I also can see how the internet has impacted the music industry in a positive way is that a lot of artists have been able to have collaborations with different people, and it didn't have to be like they didn't have to meet in person, but they could have just sent each other a snippet of a part of the song and then put it all together for fans and everything. So it has opened a different way to collaborate with different artists from around the world and meet new people and make new music and connect fans through that. So I think that's been a positive way impacting the music industry.
I have to agree with you on that. I feel like the internet has helped the collaboration part of music. An example of this that I see is Lil Baby with Central C. They had released a song called Band for Band. It got famous because it was kind of funny. And the reason why was because it was a British drill rapper and an Atlanta thug rap, basically, or gang rapper, or whatever. I forgot what Lil Baby's genre of music is called, but that's uncommon. That's unheard of. Before the internet, you wouldn't even have heard of two artists like that collaborating. An American ATL rapper and a British rapper. That's crazy. And without the internet, they wouldn't have been able to collaborate and create such. I wouldn't say good music for me, but it was a popular song for other people. But yeah, I think that's another positive for the internet side of music. Overall, I feel like the internet has ruined the music industry or the music in general, because I feel like everything I said is true, and it has. I feel like it's ruined it, like with the bastardization of rap and like the 2016 SoundCloud rappers. It just disenfranchises the music, and I feel like it hasn't helped it, and I feel like it's made music less meaningful and less but it's given less soul to music. It's just more about producing money and pumping out as much music as possible to be able to maximize profits and just follow trends that can get us more money. And I feel like overall that has made the music industry or music in general bad, and it's ruined it. And I feel like there needs to be some improvements on that. Yes, there are some artists who are still producing good music even with all those changes and stuff, but I feel like overall we've just been seeing rappers come up or artists come up and then fizzle out as quickly as they came, and I feel like that's because of the internet, and it's allowed them to just pump out, like I said, pump out music that really has no meaning, and that's why it hasn't stuck. That's why rappers like J. Cole and Kendrick are still popular, because they produce meaningful music. They produce music that resonates with people, unlike other artists who are just here for a moment and then disappear. But what do you think? What's your broad statement?
I see where you're coming from, and I can see how there has been negative impacts, right? But I also strongly believe that there has been a lot of positives in that the internet has certainly disrupted the music industry and the ways people are producing, making music, sharing music, and the way the fans are interacting, and the access to this music all around the world has been a great positive impact. And I think that it has given the ability for people to connect with each other, to connect with the artists, to make it more inclusive and diverse and dynamic, and it's given artists the freedom to showcase their music in a different way than before, and it's given people the ability to listen to whatever they like to hear because of these platforms and how the internet has been creating different apps we can use and all that. So it's more I would say it's more positive than negatives when it has come to the music industry and the impact the internet has had overall.
Like I said, I'd have to disagree with you on that, but to each their own, right? Like at the end of the day, music is subjective, and to the individual, it may seem that the internet has helped it, hence you, and to me, I think it hasn't. But yeah. Thank you for listening to our podcast, the True Music Podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and thank you to my co-host Roxana for being here. And I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Have a wonderful day. And I hope I see you guys again soon. Bye.